discuss what's up. So, drawing a little bit of inspiration from Outside the Levy's Instagram page and YouTube channel. He's been doing a lot of cooking, and it has inspired me to do a cooking video. So what we're gonna be doing today is the ribs. Now on a whitetail, I think besides the shank, this is probably the most discarded piece of meat on the whitetail. And I've cooked it once before and it came out delicious. So I'm gonna show y'all exactly how I did it last time. It's an easy process. Pretty much just gonna smother it down, throw it in a crock pot and leave it be for about, I don't know, I think last time I did it for 5 or 6 hours or something, or until I can pull the rib bones out and all the meat fell off. The other thing I'm gonna do differently is, if you see here all of this skin on the top, sinew and whatnot, and under this layer here, right here is some fatty kind of stuff, and that fat stuff there on the other side. I'm gonna cut all that off. Because last time I didn't cut it off and it was still good, but when you hit a pocket of that in the gravy, you could taste it when you get a little piece of meat with that white stuff on it. And it didn't taste bad, it just kind of takes away from how good the meat actually is. You know, depends on how picky you are. I ain't very picky. I got a stomach biome like a buzzard, so we're gonna roll with this. Now first thing I'm about to do is season it real heavy with Tony's and garlic powder like I usually do, and I'm gonna brown it, and I'll take y'all through the process. So let's do it. I got some Tony's and that magic stuff back there, and of course we're gonna use the Holy Trinity. More on that later. All right, we ain't gonna cut all that off. Maybe just this heavy stuff right here. Taking off the meat, I don't want to do all that. So there's another heavy piece right here. Go ahead and take that off. You probably don't have to do all this, but I'll tell you right now, you don't have to do all this. I'm just doing it because I didn't do it last time, and I thought it was still pretty good. But I also don't like the taste of deer fat that much. So if you're one of them people that like the taste of deer fat, you leave that stuff on and you're gonna be a-okay. Me, I'm not a big old fan of it. I'm gonna take it off. Now just for the sake of it fitting in the pot, I'm gonna go ahead and cut it about here, right up against this rib bone. Don't make a mess. If you ain't making a mess, you ain't doing it right. If you don't like garlic, you ain't gonna be wanting to put this much garlic, but I love it. Me and my peoples love it. Put some of this, like that. And put plenty, all right? Don't be shy. Some people might be thinking, damn, boy, that's gonna be spicy. No. It's all a part of the process. Now, rub this in. Rub it in now. Kinda rub it, push it around like it owes you money too. Don't be scared of it. You might not need to do this, but I did this. I just like doing it. So that's how we roll them. I might even take some of these slits right here, these flaps, and stuff some garlic under there. That sounds like a good idea. Now you probably don't need to brown the probably don't need to season the inside because it's not actually going to get brown, and what that seasoning is going to do is help make all that gras doux at the bottom of the pot. And This probably don't mean much to the process to put it on this side, but we're gonna do it anyway. All right, so got this all seasoned up. Now I'm gonna come down here. The magic moment. Pull that out. Anyway, we're gonna set this up. Put it probably at about 5. I don't have a gas burner. I got this little electric stove. So I'm gonna put it on about 5 or 6 and throw them ribs in there. I might need another pot. That's a big set of ribs. Anyway, we'll get this rolling for y'all. Hold on. All right, so I realized that other black iron pot wasn't gonna make it, so we pulled out the big dad, and we're gonna need 2 burners for this. All right, so you're gonna wanna move the ribs in all kind of different angles to brown as much of it as you can. The browning process is very important. Now, as you see, some of that seasoning fell off and is in the bottom of the pot cooking. That's to turn into some little gras-doux and all that junk. And this obviously isn't done browning, but it's on its way. That's barely browned at all. It's still got a while to go. But I'm just catching all sides kind of evenly. I'm about to flip it flat here in a minute and let it rip some more on that side. Is going to brown exactly like we want it. I can feel it. And there we go. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, baby. Come on. Let's go. Boy, what you want, boy? I'll give you a little piece. Give me a little while. All right, so I'm about to cut up the vegetables. Just realized I don't have any celery, but that's all right. I only got 2 onions out and 1 bell pepper, but I think I'm gonna end up using 3 or 4 onions. Most likely 3 or 4 onions. And this is burning. No, that's not burning. All right. This is gonna be, I'm gonna take all the scraps that I'm not using from the vegetables, and I'm gonna put them in a pot full of water, and I'm gonna boil the hell out of them. Now, some people use beef broth and other stuff, but the bone in this stuff in the crock pot is gonna make a good bone broth naturally. But I'm gonna make the stock out of these vegetable scraps. I'm gonna boil the heck out of them and just kind of take some of that flavor out and get it in this water. And I think it makes a difference. You could just use water and season it, but this just seems to make more sense to me. So I do this with gumbo as well. So what I'm gonna do is get this rolling here. And I'm gonna go ahead and cut these up, throw the scraps in there, boil the shit out of them, and check back with you. All right, so we got all the vegetables cut up. I'm gonna take this pot that is very hot still and grab one of these, stick it back on these burners, turn it up to about 5 again, maybe 5.5, something like that. I dump all that in there, pick up all that junk, let this roll. I got my scraps rolling. That's gonna make my little broth. I might even throw in some of this. Might as well. You know, like, wow. Okay, I put a lot. That's all right. Now, if anybody's ever watched any Paul Prudhomme videos, old school Cajun chef, he says seasoning put in at different points of the cooking process creates contrast. It'll all taste different. So if you put seasoning in at the beginning, it's going to taste different at the end. If you put it in the middle, it's going to taste different than that seasoning you put at the beginning. And if you put seasoning at the end, it's going to taste just different than the seasoning that you put in at first. So contrast is key, according to Paul Prudhomme. But I like the concept, so I use it. I don't know if it actually works, but he's a badass cook, so it must work. That's what you want to see at the bottom of the pot. That there is called gras-doux. So when I throw this in there, oh wow. When I throw this in there, this moisture from all this is gonna help pick that up from the bottom of the pot and infuse it. I don't wanna get all scientific, but it's gonna put it in the gravy. It's gonna be good. Let's see if we can do this one-handed. Shoo! Boy, I almost filled. Alright, scrape the rest of that off. There we go, baby. Now, I'm gonna throw the lid back on it just to let some of this water stay in there. And we'll take it off in a minute. I think leaving the water in there, steaming, is gonna help get some of that stuff off the bottom. But later I'm gonna take it off and really brown the vegetables. But for now I'm gonna let it, everybody chill in there and get to know each other. Alright, so I'm about to take this stock, strain it and put it in here. These vegetables are darker than they look on camera. It's kind of weird, but whatever. We'll put the stock in here. I'm going to put the ribs in here, and I think I'm going to have to put this in the oven. This is not going to fit in my crock pot. Look at these ribs. Yeah. They look too big. So I think I'm gonna have to use this. Put this in the oven at probably 350 for a few hours and it should be good. Ready to rock. Shoo! Now all we gotta do is throw the ribs in there. I might try that first, see what it tastes like. Alright, let's drop that bad daddy in now. I'll probably throw it like this. Okay. We'll go get this other one. That was not a fart, that was my foot on the floor. One of y'all start picking on me. Hey y'all, boy. Damn, I touched the water. That's hot. Alright. So, I might need to add some more broth to this. No problem. We can do that. Alright. We're gonna check on you in about 2-3 hours. So I went ahead and took it out the oven because I've got to run some errands. I cut up the ribs, shoved them all into this crock pot here on low for the next 6.5 hours. Shoo! And I've got to go to Home Depot and get some stuff, and I don't want to leave my little partner here. That's right, buddy. I don't want to leave you here and you catch on fire, and then I'm sad and your mama's sad and all that junk. So what we're gonna do, we'll put this in the crock pot like I already did. Don't know why I'm saying I didn't do it yet, but it's in the crock pot. I'm gonna wash this, I'm gonna throw that away, and then I gotta go run some errands, and we good.
Out of town, you're pretty far off the highway.
Yeah.
I was looking on a map. That's why I said that. I was like, right off the highway, and you were like, no, not really. And but looking on the map, guess I was zoomed out pretty far.
Look at that, bro.
That's tender.
Dude just came off.